Yeah, so he gets a job in a bathhouse, which is essentially some sort of brothel or something, like just people getting it on everywhere, all over it. And he's like getting towels or something. I don't know, but at one point there's like, I forget what exactly. I think he like starts smoking or something, and the guy has a problem with it. I forget exactly what caused their confrontation, but his boss gets mad at him, tells him to unplug a bath, and even though some people were already in there getting it on, and he's like, I can't swim, and he's like, I don't care, I asked for a water expert, and he throws him right in there to do it. Craziness, madness, completely unnecessary, had no bearing on the story whatsoever. Had nothing to do with anything, but yeah, he got a job, goes to a bar. It's duck hunting season, by the way. He realizes that on some TVs, but that actually does come back later in the movie. But goes to a bar, sees Leah Thompson, hears about some sleazy manager she has, ends up getting a bar fight with them, beats them all with quack foo. And Leah Thompson takes him home again. And here's where you see the scene from the trailer where they start getting a little freaky. Right? And this scene is very uncomfortable. This scene is awkward. This scene is it actually makes Leah Thompson the one being the initiator.
Yeah.
Kind of against his, like, he didn't want to do it. like he was visibly uncomfortable with the whole prospect. But just before they started getting down and duckly with it, in walks Jeffrey Jones and Tim Robbins and some other dude who was, I don't even know if he had a name. But they come in to essentially explain what's going on. To anybody just joining, we're talking about Howard the Duck. Yes. Everybody, the movie, we saw it recently, and we're just kind of dissecting it right now because it is a cluster. We're almost done with this episode, and we haven't even made it to what is actually happening in this movie.
Just like the movies, just like 80s movies, man. Just like 80s movies.
I'll try to pick it up a bit, but Jeffrey Jones comes in and says, hey, we're working on a big device. We made a mistake, plucked you out of your world, threw you in ours. We may be able to send you back, right? Come with us. They go down to the lab. It's a mess. Thing exploded. People are burnt, running around. Duck's like, is this going to slow down my flight? What's going on? The Duck doesn't care about anyone, by the way. No, he barely cares about the Leah Thompson character. He doesn't give a damn about a single other human out there. But when it explodes, apparently they brought in another alien who is the overlord of the dark. What was it? Do you remember?
Was it the Dark Overlord?
The Dark Overlord. Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Of the universe. Who inhabits Jeffrey Jones's body. And just kind of hangs out for a while. Like to go for a drive. They go to a diner.
Driving. He's
He's the overlord of driving.
18-wheeler.
He's like the Dark Overlord, but I need like a good 3 hours before I'm actually powered up. I need to just kind of chill out for a little bit, and then I'll become powerful.
That was such the 80s theme, though, man. There has to be like some trip, like some cross country. Somebody's got to drive, and then there's got to be like a cop chase in some place. Very much that formula.
What do you think is the deal with driving in the 80s? Why is everybody trying to drive somewhere?
I think that had to be in a movie because well, one good thing about it is that we get to see cars from that time. So when we look back at old movies, we say, hey, that was a Chrysler, blah, blah, blah. And that I don't know. Maybe that was Maybe you got a chance to test out whatever film equipment you use in a moving vehicle or for moving vehicles, and it was like the newest equipment, and so I had to do it.
Well, yeah, it was also like a good sort of, they could do it better than they could in the past, and it's like a good transition from place to place. Like, okay, now we're just in the car talking about whatever the place we're going to go to next, rather than just we're here and now we're here. Like, we actually see like a sort of bit of a transition now, and then you can crash the cars and stuff, and do weird things in the cars. So yeah, why not?
Maybe.
Talking about a trope that is also, I think, possibly dying out is the sort of road trip-esque movie, right? Like, I feel like there was a bunch of them back in the day, and there were a good amount even in the early aughts. Are We There Yet comes to mind.
Yeah.
Road Trip, Euro Trip. Watched Midnight Run the other day. It's a good movie.
Oh man, that's a great. Every time I think of a road trip movie, that comes to mind.
Midnight Run's really good. The Nero flick. Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
Vacation.
Yeah, lots of vacation movies.
Yeah.
Rat Race, also a good one.
Yes.
You haven't seen Rat Race?
I
don't think you got it. You got to see Rat Race.
If I have,
it has like 13 notable names in it.
Yeah, so kind of like
I think Whoopi's
Cannonball.
in it, right?
Yeah, like Cannonball Run. Burt Reynolds, is that? Maybe.
I haven't seen Cannonball Run. Probably.
So just, those kinds of tens of thousands of stars in the movie, and there's some kind of race, or there's some. Okay, got it.
It seems like there's less of those these days, right? Like, what are those dying out too? Why?
Yes, like, well, what more can you do? Like, you got to put like a new. Yeah, what's the new twist you can put on those movies? I got to get to this place for blank. I got to do this for what's a new cool reason to be sort of taking a road trip or doing something like that.
Or what race or competition requires different people to say, oh, I want to join that, and we're gonna drive, and there, what? Because you can Zoom now. I mean, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just, you can talk to people all over the place.
It's like when people are like, how many movies would be completely like wouldn't happen if people had cell phones? Right? There's so many movies that only occur because people weren't able to instantly talk to somebody, and they weren't able to straighten things out.
Yeah, but this one, man. But talk about your boy with his great acting, though. That's one of the highlights.
As the Dark Overlord.
Yeah, that transformation.
Yeah, so as he gets what's the word? I don't even know the word right now. Search for the P. As his alien is taking over his body, possessed by his alien, he's like, his brain appears to be melting within his own head, and he is acting like hard, like he is like, but he's also driving. He has to drive. He has to sort of do this and also drive a vehicle in the movie, and he's doing his damnedest, let me tell you. And then when it actually starts taking over, he has to speak like this for the entire movie. This is how he talks for the rest of the movie. And and his body is like deteriorating. His hair is getting crazy. He looks a mess. He looks like he is dying.
And his superpower is just shooting electrical lights. Horribly. Is it CGI? I don't know what's happening. But this he's got that Last Dragon glow. So he's looking like the Last Dragon. And that was the very 80s. And and he's got not lasers, but like bolts, lightning bolts, from his fingertips. That's it.
Yeah, I think he could do some sort of telekinesis thing sometimes. He did like an eye laser thing to that cop that one time.
Yeah. He has some powers.
I mean, he's supposed to be like the most powerful being in the universe, right? But he it didn't seem all that bad. But yeah, just to make a long, overly long movie short, he takes over that body. They need to make it back to the lab. He takes Leah Thompson because they need a host for his buddies who are coming. So we get back to the lab to bring his buddies back. The duck is also trying to get back to the lab with Tim Robbins in a overly long police chase with some sort of flying plane thing. It just went on for like 20 minutes. I don't know. It didn't. I have to think about movies.
And he stops to attack some duck hunters.
The duck hunters, exactly. That they foreshadowed.
That was super important to him. Yeah, that was super important to him. Even though the universe is under threat, he had to stop and attack some duck hunters.
Dive bomb like
teach him a lesson.
15 duck hunters.
Yeah,
that was so. And we had developed like no sympathy for him, no real emotional connection for that to even pay off. It's not like, yeah, Howard, you show him. Nobody who cared, that he blew off these duck hunters. There's nothing. There was no investment in him whatsoever. There's no enough development of the character for us to be like, yeah, Howard.
We cut to a detective's office. All right, Antoine Shadow. Mm-hmm. The reason we brought you in here, the reason we needed someone for this job, we needed a shadow for this job. And we asked the unemployment office, and they said, you were the shadow for the job if we paid the union appropriately.
Okay.
We need someone to take down the dark duck. Out of nowhere, some sort of duck freak has been roaming the streets trying to help people, but it's really just freaking people out. People are scared. They don't want to go out at night.
Yeah, I saw that on the news the other night. Yeah.
Kids don't want to play outside. They're worried the duck's going to get them. Some duck hunters complained.
There's more babies getting stuck in trees and stuff.
Oddly enough, more babies have been stuck in trees. It rarely happened before, but now it seems to be happening all the time. And we think the dark duck's connected, but we haven't been able to get near him. So we were thinking maybe someone from the shadow realm would be able to help here.
Okay, I can try some things. So like, what do you want to do? Just roam downtown and?
Yeah, we got a few bars and usually rock bars that we think he or she hangs out at. And if you could maybe just infiltrate them, see if you can get any sort of leads. If you can't take down the duck itself, we'll gladly back you up.
Take down the duck myself?
Yeah, we're looking at your resume. You did some boxing with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, that's
I still have a black eye from that. From that. Oh, you can't see it? I guess the shadow. You can't see it. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a detective. I'm pretty good. Anyway,
it's just if I'm gonna sort of be running around downtown, maybe bumping into this crazy duck. Shouldn't I take some self-defense classes or something first? I need to get to defend myself.
Now, what is your shadow? What's the duck gonna do to you? What's the duck gonna do to you?
I could get seriously hurt, and then you'll have a dead shadow in your hands. You don't want that. I don't want that.
I see a lot of dead things. Dead shadow is one of them that I've come across. So, you'd be the first.
Okay. All right.
Look, are you in to help people or not? All right, we got scared babies in trees right now.
I forgot about scared babies in trees. Yes, I'm in to help. I'll do what I can.
And so he goes whatever his version of undercover is, and tries to hits a few bars, overhears a few conversations, and gets a sort of lead on where this duck hangs out. Actually, the duck hangs out in sort of the green room of this rock band she started managing, and he makes his way to the green room.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20. It was everybody's payment here. Got all the money. And
excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
You that duck.
Yes.
You look like that duck.
Yes.
The one that's being.
Tandy looks
Okay.
very duck-like at this point. So like she has feathers. She has the bill doesn't come off anymore.
I leaned in. I was human once, but the transformation is now complete. I am full on duck. And how can I help you, sir?
I was actually here to stop you, but it looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Oh, well, yeah. I got this room fixed up here. Like I said, got myself all together. Now there's no mistaking. I am the duck. And yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Oh wow. Yeah, what line of work are you in? Are you looking for employment or something? Need a job?
Yeah, well, I'm in the shadow union. And
Oh, the
currently,
yeah.
we're working with the police. Supposed to bring you to justice, actually. But now that I see that you're kind of like me, but you're sort of ahead. And I'm trying to get myself together, just like you've got yourself together. I feel a little bad about sort of ending this life for you.
Let me take a look at this. Take a look at this card here in my wallet. Let me take my. Oh, sorry, that's just a small duck condom there.
Oh,
But look
wow.
at this card.
Okay.
This card says, "When you see someone in need, help them. That's what your purpose is." And I live by this card, so I'm gonna help you out, Shadow. I got a tip for you. There's a teacher, a kung fu teacher I know, who is really his skills aren't as good as they used to be. So he just needs someone to practice with, something to kind of build him up. So take this card and go down to 6th Street and help old Master Antoine out. He needs someone to help build his skills. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Okay, so what you'll start doing is you'll be watering this plant over here.
Okay. That's it. When do I learn the cool stuff? The fighting
cool stuff.
Yeah,
fighting. This is all connected. This is all you see. The thing about Shatner and scene, and that is a Can't Tell Us Nothing show. Everybody, there's still more of that movie that we didn't share. I don't know. We'll ever do a part 2. Maybe if John wants to next time he's on. But we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you so much, everybody.
With this Prince ripoff song, you will never convince me that they did not steal this song from Prince and or The Time. Listen it. Dun, 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 dun. Listen. Let's go crazy.
There's a lot of 80s movies that ended with some sort of song. Well. Like characters rocking out. But yeah, that's how we're ending today. So see y'all in 2 Tuesdays from now.
I promise, Princess. What? I can't conceal it.